it. No bulls, senior bulls.
Barrows,
All right, okay.
according to your weight sheets.
So you ready? How long? How
Ready
long?
to go. All right.
You just stuck it on.
Yep. Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Beef Australia for 2024. We're about to commence our Limousin judging for 2024. So we can have all those exhibitors ready who are in the first of the female calf classes.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's our senior champions here, and as you work out that class we had just out here then, a young heifer, a beautiful shaped young heifer, but the beauty about these four animals out here, we're all similar in shape, but this senior cow would just like to lead off now. She's just really eye-catching, like I just love the way her head and jaw, and look at the way that neck and shoulder just leans in right down through it, but then you got that big depth rib, depth of flank, just soft, easy to when you come this high quarter with a magnificent nose. She is one awesome cow, and with a great big heifer calf, of course.
Just one in your first class, mate.
We can see just
Ladies and gentlemen, our judge for Beef Australia 24 Limousin section is Mr. David Bonfield, who needs no introduction through the circle of the seed stock industry, ladies and gentlemen. David was one of the co-founder and former CEOs of the Pelgrove Pastoral, which has operated in several breeding and finishing properties across Queensland and New South Wales, selling around 1,000 registered Charolais and Ultra Black Bulls. David is highly regarded as a cattle judge, and he's judged stud and commercial cattle at every major raw show in Australia, as well as in New Zealand, Canada, the United States of America, and Scotland. He's judged the World Hereford, Bradford, Galloway, Charolais and Limousin conferences, as well as also judged purebred sheep at several royal shows. He's a past president of the Charolais Society of Australia and Queensland Sheep Breeders Association, and has been a member for numerous beef industry committees over the years. So we'll have a very, very first class for the day in the Limousin section. It'll be our first of our car female classes, and it'll be class number 1, which is female 6 months and under 9 months, and there's 1 entry.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's fitting that I actually give time about all these animals, our past champion, our junior champion, and our senior champion. And the thing that pleasing me about me here today is how similar they all are. As I talked about, I love my neck extension, the good heads, neck extension, that still gives the shoulder. Constantly being mentality, still gives the shoulder. Then they got that A shape. You get behind this heifer here, you get behind all these animals here. You're looking through the front end, looking wide through the back end. They've got great udder setup. They're good on their feet and legs. They're just all really functional females.
Ladies and gentlemen, the judges made his decision in our first class, and our first class winner is catalogue entry 1295. And the exhibit is Mervale Mimi, U15, exhibited by Mervale Limousin Stud. I'll hand over to David to pass comment.
Good afternoon, everyone, and looking forward to judging the Limousin breed at Rocky this year. I was fortunate enough to judge the Limousin breed at the feature show in Melbourne Royal last year, and really enjoyed the way the cattle were presented, the type of cattle, and looking forward to doing my job here this afternoon. Again, thanks to the Beef Australia Committee, but also the Limousin Society for giving me this privilege of judging this wonderful breed. So just starting off with an easy one that I think I got right, and single heifer, just a baby, 7 months of age, but look, she's got all the, she's correct in every way. She's just got a nice amount of bloom on her, but plenty of capacity, ideal maturity pattern, plenty of length and thickness, and easy on the move, and a really complete young heifer that we'll see out a bit later on as well.
Thanks, mate. You're good. You're sorted. You're good. Thank you very much, David. We'll now move on to our second car female class, which is class 2, female 9 months and under 12 months. And we have 3 exhibits to present for the judge. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a result in Class 2, female 9 months and under 12 months. And presenting our ribbons is Georgia Pugh. She is the Breed Advancement Officer for the Limousin, Australia. So in first place, ladies and gentlemen, we have catalogue entry number 1297, Oakwood Judy, exhibited by the Oakwood Limousin Stud. In second place, we have catalogue entry 1298, Goldcrest L&L Peachy Jill, exhibited by Goldcrest Limousins. And in third place, ladies and gentlemen, we have catalogue entry 1296, Province U Butte, exhibited by Province Limousin Stud. I'll now over to David to pass his comment.
Thank you, mate. Great inclusive of heifers under 12 months, just 10 and 11 months of age. I've used the black heifer in the class, the longest heifer in the class, really a really eye-catching, stylish type of heifer, but clean-fronted, long-necked, really angular, and comes back to a deep, wide hindquarter, and that's all we can ask for. Right maturity pattern, structurally very correct, and that places up the head of this class. Another heifer, very lots of capacity and moves well. All these heifers move really well, strong topped, and not quite as clean, just through that shoulder makeup as a heifer that leads off the class, but a really complete heifer. And it was just probably a little bit more volume that placed her over this younger heifer in third place, youngest in the class, but nothing I'd really want to change about her. Structurally great, angular, deep-sided, wedge-shaped, a really nice young sweet female. Thank you.
Thank you, David. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll now move on to Class 3, female 12 months and under 15 months. Our final class of the calf females before moving on to our calf champion and reserve calf champion. And I think we have 6 entries here in this class.
We'll move on to our senior male class 28, bull 21 months and under 42 months. There's 3 scratchings in this class, so we'll go through those. You can scratch out 903, 908 and 910. So we'll have into the ring entries 904, 905, 906, 907, 909 and 911. gentlemen, we have results to show over in class.
Ladies and gentlemen, the judges passed judgment on our third class of calf females, our class 3 female 12 months and under 15 months. And in first place we have catalogue entry 1304, Oakwood Mimi, exhibited by Oakwood Limousin stud. In second place we have catalogue entry 1301, TCW Unique, exhibited by Tyson and Courtney Will and family. And in third place we have catalogue entry 1302, Goldcrest M Shake Mimi, exhibited by Goldcrest Limousin stud. So I'll hand the mic over to our Judge David Bonfield to pass his comment.
Thank you. A group of young heifers all around just yearling age and just really a really nice set of young females that are not only beautifully presented and show ring fit, they're really commercially aptitude and just apt and yeah, really the type of females that I'm watching. Let's lead the winners off, please. The heifer that won the class, the performance heifer in the class, she is the oldest in the class, but a little more skeletal growth in her, but still well and truly within my comfort zone. Heifer that offers a little more length. I really like her depth of side, and she's one super stylish, eye-appealing Limousin heifer, clean-fronted, wedge-shaped, deep hip, deep corded, and just really sweet on the move. Heifer in second place. You really got to love the carcass dimension, the width of top, the width through the stifle, that middle third, that depth of rib and capacity in that heifer. Lovely fronted, free moving, beautifully stylish heifer, and she's going to really punch out some tremendous cattle. Heifer in third place, really stylish. Third and fourth, very similar in terms of their type and kind. They can both go out together if you would, or they can all go out now. And I just swapped her up to third. I just thought when I looked at them from behind, just a little more hip in that heifer, and all moving. These heifers are all moving really well, and but just a little more dimension in that heifer than the heifer in fourth place, and two good heifers to finish off the class. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll now move on to Class 4 and Class 5, which will be our calf champion female, which is sponsored by Goldcrest Limousins, and our reserve calf champion female, Silverleaf Limousins. So we have our class winners, 12.95, 12.97 and 13.04. Hey, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, our judges made our decision. Our calf champion in Class 4, sponsored by Goldcrest Limousin, is catalogue entry 1304, Oakwood Mimi, exhibited by the Oakwood Limousin stud. And our reserve calf champion is catalogue entry 1297, Oakwood Judy, also exhibited by the Oakwood Limousin stud. I'll ask Shelley to present the rosette with our judge. And I'll hand over to David to say his comments.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, really good way to start off the Limousin judging with this set of heifers. I think a real standout in this for my calf champion heifer. She's just so mellow. I love the teat size and placement. That great big hip when she moves just so freely and smoothly, and having that little bit extra about her. She's going to make an awesome cow. I'm sure she'll be seen around Limousin circles for a long time to come yet. And I thought the heifer that best fitted her design was my reserve junior. As it turned out, they're stable mates, but are very similar. Not quite the depth through the flank as the older heifer, but however she is 2 months younger, so she's very, very similar in design, but just not quite the overall mass, I guess, that I saw in my junior champion heifer. But the same easy movement, beautiful, attractive cattle that just catch your eye because of their balance and type. So congratulations to those exhibitors, and we'll
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll now move on to our calf male classes in the Limousin breed for Beef Australia 2024. Our first class will be Class 6, which is bull 6 months and under 9 months. And there will be 2 exhibits here to present for the judge. Also, ladies and gentlemen, for any of those who are interested, there is a few performance data sheets here for the male classes. If you are interested, just come up to the tent and we'll pass one over to you. I'll also be reading them out as the male classes are getting judged.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a result in the Charolais ring in Class 29, bull 24 months and under 30 months. First place, we have Moongirl Tag, exhibited by Moongirl Charolais. Second place, Moongirl Spotlight, exhibited, Myoma Spotlight, exhibited by Winkle Park Charolais.
So, ladies and gentlemen, catalogue entry 1305. He's 346 kilos with a scan of 4 and 3 and an EMA of 74 square centimetres. And catalogue entry 1306 is 386 kilos, 3 and 3 scans and 86 in the EMA. Also, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are interested in attending the Limousin dinner tonight at the Rocky Sports Club, the time for the commencement of the dinner has been pushed back by an hour, and it will now commence at 7 p.m. tonight at the Rocky Sports Club.
The bull we've got in second probably didn't parade as well as the bull on top, but another bull, when you get behind him, he's right across his hips. That muscle pattern is really distinct. It's a good sire in the making that cut. Bull we've got in third, a little bit tighter made, but another bull with a lot of width, a lot of barrel, a lot of springer rib. The bull we've got in fourth, probably tied him up a little bit in his front legs, but another good calf. Thank you.
Thanks, Jamie. We'll move along now to Class 30, bull 30 months and under 36 months. There's only one entry in this class, entry number 918.
Ladies and gentlemen, have a result in Class 6, bull 6 months and under 9 months in the Limousin ring. First place is catalogue entry 1306, Province You're Not Ready, U12, exhibited by Province Limousin Stud. And in second place, we have catalogue entry 1305, Mervale Lone Star, U14, exhibited by the Mervale Limousins. I'll now hand you over to our judge, David.
Thanks, Mark. Two young bulls, only just not long off mum, and two very attractive individuals as well. I used the first bull a little more performance, a touch more length, and a really nice front end on that young calf. Very stylish, a very stylish young calf. Lots and lots of carcass in him. I like the big scrotal, and just a nice moving calf as well. Second calf moves really freely as well. And just not quite there in comparison with the lead calf in terms of length of body and cleanness through that front end. And I guess I'm always a little bit tough on testicles with hair on them, and he's just still a fair way off development there. So, but a good calf nonetheless. Thank you.
Thank you, David. We'll now move on to Class 7, bull 9 months and under 12 months. And there's 3 withdrawals in this class. So you can put a line through 1308 and 1309. So it'll be just a single entry in 1307. Ladies and gentlemen, the performance data on catalogue entry 1307. He's 422 kilos. He scans at 4 and 3, and he has an EMA of 84 square centimetres. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a result in Class 7, bull 9 months and under 12 months. In first place is catalogue entry 1307, Mervale Delinga, U13, exhibited by the Mervale Limousin Stud. I'll now hand over to David.
Thank you. A single entry, so we'll see this young bull out in the next in the championship. But what I like about this calf, when he first came in, he caught my eye in terms of overall balance, and let's watch him move off. Really free moving calf. Got everything in the right place. He's got the right maturity pattern, the right growth pattern, plenty of thickness, nice front end on him, moves freely, up-headed. Yeah, just a really safe, thick set calf with plenty of potential. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll now move on to class number 8, which is bull 12 months and under 15 months. There is one scratching. That's catalogue entry 1314.
Very smooth in their shoulders, plenty of depth and softness and easy doing, good testicles and sheaths, just complete bulls that go out and do a really good job, whichever way you use it. As soon as you get that head up, you get an head and then good neck, as I've been said all day, you're going to breed terrific females. So when you've got that much thickness from behind and a hind quarter like that, you know they're going to breed some fantastic bulls as well. So they're two great all-rounders, and those breeders should be congratulations. They are great animals. Congratulations.
You can also put a line through scratching 1315. So there's 2 withdrawals in this class. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're interested in the performance data, catalogue entry 1310 is 572 kilos. A ribbon run of 9 and 7 with an eye muscle area of 116 square centimetres. Catalogue entry 1311, 584 kilos, with fat scans of 6 and 4 and an eye muscle area of 118 square centimetres. Catalogue entry 1312, 660 kilos, with scans of 7 and 6 and 130 square centimetre eye muscle. Catalogue entry 1313 is 548 kilos with a scan of 6 and 6 and 105 for EMA. And catalogue entry 1316 is 616 kilos with scans of 5 and 3 and an eye muscle area of 122 square centimetres. Well, I said to the private people, yeah, it's sort of, yeah. It's like they, give me this. There's no room, you can't find, people can hardly sit anywhere to look. They'd be better off having stands run that way, back to back. Yeah. Well, they just, everything's so much professional in Brisbane. They all need to go down there and have an education and say, this is what should be done. You get 30, 40 shorts. You just go on a few beers each afternoon. You have a dress code that stops it. Like, no offence to him, but he looks like a brown cow, you know. Like, Doover's about to kill him, I reckon. Yeah, yeah. Well, it's not fair. He's by rights, but he out there, I reckon, no dramas. Yeah. 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 I got him. There's nothing. I'm pulling around, doing this and doing that. Like when they rang, they said, just do you do the mic. I said, yep. I left the sort of got my sword. These two come here 1:15, so we're here to help. And then they thought they knew everything. Yeah. 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 Well, there's a lady here. She's a Limousin advanced, grade advanced Georgia Pugh. Ladies and gentlemen, our judges made a decision in Class 8, bull 12 months and under 15 months. And in first place is catalogue entry 1310, Flemington Under Control U35, exhibited by the Province Limousin stud. In second place, we have catalogue entry 1313, Province Never Ready U6, also exhibited by the Province Limousin stud. In third place, we have catalogue entry 1316, Oakwood Bounce Back, exhibited by Oakwood Limousins. I'll now hand over to David to pass his comment.
Thanks, Mark. Ladies and gentlemen, this was, I picked my winner really quickly, really easy, and then I had to do a bit of head scratching on the others just to sort them out how I thought they best fitted. But a really good set of young bulls. We're still in the calf division, and the performance in these calves is exceptional. But let's watch our winner lead out. The bull with the most amount of fat cover, but still with a really big ribeye, really free moving, big testicles, lots of volume, lots of softness, and plenty of muscle. That's my type in a nutshell. I really like him. I really like the second bull. I just like to see him move a little longer off those hind legs. He's just stepping a little short, but pretty similar in type to the lead-off bull in this class. Deep, soft, and everything, but just a little shorter striding in the off those hinds. But I put him up there for that beautiful design and softness and depth of rib that he shows. Bull in third place. Lots and lots of power here. That's a big calf for that age. Length, extreme length, and exceptional muscle. Big scrotal, big. He looks like a bull, a really strong, siry type of bull. He does move well, and just like to add a little bit more side in that bull and a touch more softness. The bull in fourth place, strong, really strong topped and everything else, but just a little shallow for that frame type of bull. I'd like to see just some more rib and depth in through that flank and that lower third on that particular bull. Really siry fronted and a really attractive bull. Just want to make him with a bit more depth. And a good bull there, just moving, the red bull, just not moving so well off those hinds today. And again, lots and lots of muscle, length, and scrotal-wise, I suppose, I'd just like to see them a little neater made, so that bull had a little more longevity in him as well. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now move on to our Class 9, our calf champion male, which is sponsored by Genderview Livestock, and we have Jenny Evans up here to present our rosette. And we'll also have the Class 10 Reserve Calf Champion male, which is sponsored by Lee Graf Fitting Service, so someone could be up here if they're available. I know they'll be very busy at the back there to present the rosette. But ladies and gentlemen, we've got catalogues entries 1306, 1307 and 1310 presented in for the calf champion.
Congratulations, Moonbull Charolais for the Grand Champion male at Beast Street 4. We'll now move on to our group classes. Class 33 and that group. Sponsored by Kilkenny Charolais Room, Queenstown. We have entries 911, 920, 921, 922, 923, 924, 925. Make your way in the centre of the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a result. Our for Beef Australia 24 calf champion Limousin male is catalogue entry 1310, which is Flemington Under Control U35, exhibited by the Province Limousin Stud. And our reserve calf champion, ladies and gentlemen, is catalogue entry 1307, Mervale Dillinger, exhibited by the Mervale Limousin Stud. So congratulations. I'll now hand the microphone over to David to pass comment.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, what a great pair of young Limousin bulls, and I'm a real fan of this bull calf champion. That's my type, that's my kind. You just, when you see those bulls that just do it so easily, or those cattle that do it so easily, but he fits perfectly every box that he should be fitting in from my point of view in this at this age and stage, and that's in terms of maturity pattern, frame size, performance, and carcass, and fertility attributes are really, really sound. So that's a pretty tough calf to go round in this division. The bull in second place, just a little bit younger. He's a really good calf. He's big hipped and really nice fronted, and look at that up head on him, and he looks like a size. He's got a great Limousin, a great bull head, without being too, it's the head you should be seeing on a 12-month-old calf. He's calfy, but he's still really masculine. Nice set of testicles, really deep-sided, lots of volume, good calf. Pretty hard to go around my junior champion though, or my calf champion. Thank you. Well done, guys.
And once again, we had Jenny Evans from Genderview Livestock presenting our calf champion, and we have Leanne Lee representing Lee Graf Fitting Service presenting reserve calf champion. You all good, mate? Just one in this class, mate. Ladies and gentlemen, we now move on to our junior female classes in the Limousin section, and our first class will be class 11. That'll be heifers 15 months and under 17 months, and we have a single entry there in catalogue entry 1317. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a result in class 11, heifer 15 months and under 17 months. It's catalogue entry 1317, Gold Crest Crystal T81, exhibited by the Gold Crest Limousin Stud. Now pass over to David to make comment.
Thank you. Wow, this is a really nice heifer. I think the only thing she is lacking in here is competition. That's yeah, that's my type. That's my type. Softness, doing ability, thickness, femininity, structure. Yeah, she sets it up all pretty well. We'll see her out in the ring later on. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now move on in the Limousin Ring Class 12. That's heifer 17 months and under 19 months. We have a couple of scratchings. Catalogue entries 1322 and catalogue entry 1323. So that should leave us 7 heifers to present for the judge.
There's a representative from Kilkenny, Charolais. You can make your way over to students, please. The result in group class is class 33, the exhibitors group. In first place, we have catalogue 921 four-way Charolais. In second place, 919 Moon Ghoul Charolais. And in third place, 922 Classic Link Charolais. The last heat pre-comics. Ladies and gentlemen, it's always great to get out into the group of three, breeders group of three, and see what each breeder has exhibited. And these guys on top here today, we've got our reserve junior bull here, we've got our reserve senior cow now, our calf champion Emperor, and all in one group. If they'd like to lead off, very even in type, structurally very correct, just really good cattle. And over our second place there, we've got our grand champion bull there, a reserve senior bull and a cow that won a class in the older cow class. Just felt they weren't as even as these first three pair, these three in type as these first three groups there. But again, three really good cattle and led off by a fantastic animal in the front there. And our group in 3, again, even in type there, just got the cow at the back, just lacked that little bit of grunt that I was looking for to get her further up the line. But love our junior champion there from our Carpool champion. You've had a great day too. Congratulations, all these.
Thanks, Peter. We'll move along now to Class 34, the Sorrows Progeny Stakes, sponsored by Lilydale Shower Road, Lilydale, Queensland. There's 5 entries in this class, 9, 2, 6, 9, 2, 7, 9, 2, 8, 2, 9, and 2, 10. So make your way to the front. Would you mind just giving us rating and exhibiting details?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a result in our Class 12 Limousin heifer, 17 months and under 19 months. And our class winner is catalogue entry 1319, 5-star Pistol Pack and Mama, exhibited by Southern Cattle. In second place, we have catalogue entry 1318, Gender View Crystal T30, exhibited by Gender View Livestock and Rihanna McIntyre. In third place, we have catalogue entry 1324, Gender View Cauliflower T23, exhibited by the Branch Limousins and Gender View Livestock. And in fourth place, we have catalogue entry 1325, TCW Temptation, exhibited by Tyson and Courtney Will. I'll now hand over to David to pass his comments.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is was a great class, a really tremendous set of not only Limousin heifers but certainly beef cattle heifers. Yeah, really enjoyed this class. Had my top 3 sorted out pretty early in the day, but just where I put them was the tough thing after that. So yeah, great class, and so I'll get the heifer that won the class to lead off. A real eye catcher. This heifer just got so much presence and style and balance that I really like. She's a little longer longer headed, little longer, slightly bigger frame, longer made heifer than some others in the class, but lots and lots of carcass in that heifer. When you get over the top of her, she's really wide based, beautiful fronted, just lovely balance, and really nice and easy on the move. Very hard heifer to fault this one in second place. She just sits there nicely, clean fronted, really wide behind. That lovely wedge shape looking for in B females, and not quite as, I guess, quite as stylish as that lead heifer, but she does nothing wrong. She does nothing wrong, just places the feet in the right place. Really nice teat shape and placement, sweet fronted, and a really nice heifer. And I placed her in front of the third place heifer because she was a little bit cleaner fronted. The third heifer I really like. Probably the heifer with the most mass of all in the class. Beautiful tabletop, and when you're behind her, she's just so square and deep and thick. Lovely teat shape again and placement. She'll make an awesome cow. Just a little more open in the front than the two heifers I put in front of her, but I don't hold that against her because she's just got so much capacity, and that's going to be one hell of a brood cow when she hits production. Heifer in fourth place, really nice. The black heifer here, massive hip, beautiful set hip to pin. Really strong, wide top. That middle third in her is exceptionally long, and a beautiful female. And I guess she's there. She's probably just not quite the depth of side as a couple above her. But look, that's being really picky. That's a really nice heifer and a really good beef heifer, thick made, feminine, clean fronted, angular to finish up our top five. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now move on to our final junior female class in the Limousin section. That's class 13, heifer 19 months and under 21 months. And there's one withdrawal in this class, and that's catalogue entry 1328. So this is just a single entry in the class.
In the result in class 34 in Charolais Ringside Quadri Stakes, first place goes to entry 926 Four-Way Charolais for the sire Moon Girl Learn Rise. Second is entry 928 goes to Casa Glen Charolais for their sire Casa Glen Raptor. And in third place, entry 929 Diamond L Charolais and Charbrais for their sire Calm View Lucky Q33E. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, our judges made his decision in class 13, heifer 19 months and under 21 months, and the winner of class 13 is catalogue entry 1327, Goldcrest Q Josephine T49, exhibited by the Goldcrest Limousin Stud. I'll now hand over to David to pass comment.
Thank you. A single heifer, so I won't say too much except really feminine, table-topped, probably up there in the top in terms of frame size, but she carries it really well because she's deep-sided and long-bodied and parades really well. Yeah, no, she's a really good young female. Thank you. Thanks, mate.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now move on to our junior champion female and reserve junior champion female. Our junior champion female is sponsored by BJF Limousin's Invitation Bull Sale. So we have someone here that could represent here the sponsors to present the rosette. And our reserve junior champion female is sponsored by the Downfall Limousin. So if there is representatives of our sponsors, please come up to the tent, make yourself known, and we'll let you present your ribbons at the rosettes that you've sponsored your classes for. Ladies and gentlemen, the heifers presenting for junior champion are catalogue entries 1317, 1319 and 1327. Ladies and gentlemen, for Beef Australia 2024 Class 14, our junior champion Limousin female is awarded the catalogue entry 1319. That's his 5-star pistol packing mama, exhibited by the Southern Cattle Co. and presented by the BJF Limousin's, our sponsors. Our reserve junior champion female goes to catalogue entry 1317, Goldcrest Crystal T81. I'll now ask our judge David to pass comment.
Thanks, Mark. This is a really great division, this junior champion Limousin heifer division, and it just shows you the strength that this breed has to bring forward, you know, numbers and numbers of cattle en masse of these types of females, and they're really the type that I'm always looking to find. This is a great pair of heifers, and they've got their differences, and it would be quite easy to flip these either way and explain your way through that. So that's you know, it's just there's really subtle things that I found different, but it was trying to analyse, you know, which one probably just had that little more appeal or whatever to me. So look, I really like this heifer on first place, and I don't say she's I wouldn't want to change her in a couple of little places, but yeah, she's as nice as you'd want to see. And let's let her walk out, and you'll see just what it's more than just what the package you see standing there. It's what you see on the move. That lovely feminine type of female, and I really like that. And super eye appealing, but plenty of carcass and mass in there as well. These are sort of heifers you could just have 1,000 of these in the paddock, punching out progeny all the time. Just so she's so correct and everything else, and so much volume, easy doing, and just a super sweet heifer. And yeah, very little splitting them, and it's just the way it fell today. But I wouldn't worry if anyone wanted to say you got that wrong, because I'm not so sure myself. Thank you.
Both come back with a sheep either this afternoon or in the morning, going to dinner tonight. So hopefully I'll see you all there. Willing to talk about anything. We're really pleased with what we put up. You know, the old saying goes, we know we're right today. Doesn't mean what happens tomorrow. But yeah, thanks again. Thanks to Beef Australia for inviting us here. We've had a great time. To our stewards, to Ross and his team, thank you so much, mate. You've done a great job. Lastly, about this class here, not going to say about, I can't say any more about this girl. She's our grand champion female of the whole show, followed by a really high class little heifer. Yeah, magnificent pair. Over the two bulls, we just got that a little bit more even in type than the two on the other end there. Plenty of length in them, plenty of meat and softness and easy doing them, but very sound cattle too. And over the last two at the back there, love the heifer, but I just like to pick up the dribble a bit more. But all in all, had a great day. Happy to talk to everyone. And I'm not sure, you got to say a few words?
Yeah, both myself, we're very thankful for inviting us out here today, and congratulations to all our winners and everyone else that's brought cattle here, so thank you.
Thanks, Jamie. Listen, a big thank you to Peter and Jamie for their important.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now move on to our junior male Limousin classes. And our first is Class 16, bull 15 months and under 17 months. Just a single entry in catalogue 1329. If you'd like to know a bit of performance data, ladies and gentlemen, he's 574 kilos. He scans at 6 and 4 and has an EMA of 98 square centimetres. Ladies and gentlemen, the result in Class 16, bull 15 and under 17 months, is catalogue entry 1329, Dixie Terry, exhibited by the Dixie Limousin stud.
A single entry class here, but but Mark just told you the stats on those bulls, and it's very comfortable to see a bull at that 15 months of age and weighing and measuring that in the carcass. What I do like about this particular bull is, even though he's really long and muscular on top and he's young, he's got a significant amount of loose skin through that flank and underneath there that just says that there's a lot more. He's got the ability to lay down more fat cover. He's obviously got plenty of muscle, but he's going to have a really well balanced carcass with that supple hide that he's got. So congratulations, we'll see him around soon again.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now move on to Class 17 in the Limousin ring, and that's bull 17 months and under 19 months. We have one withdrawal, and that is catalogue entry 1330. The performance data on catalogue entry 1331. He weighs in at 620 kilograms with a fat scan of 6 and 4 and an EMA of 108 square centimetres. And catalogue entry 1332 weighs in at 774 kilos with scans of 5 and 5 and 130 square centimetres on his EMA. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a result in Class 17, bull 17 months and under the age of 19 months. Catalogue entry 1332 is in first place, Goldcrest Toby T61, exhibited by the Goldcrest Limousin stud. And in second place is catalogue entry 1331, Minamara Terminator, exhibited by the Minamara Limousins. I'll now hand over to David to pass his comment.
Just the two bulls in this class, but quite different in terms of their type, I guess. I really like the style of this lead-off bull. I really love cattle with depth of rib and that indicates constitution, and suppleness of skin that indicates constitution, and ease of movement that indicates that as well. And that bull's got it all. I really like him. We'll see him again later on, but that's a really complete bull. So that's definitely my kind. The bull in second place, long-bodied bull and plenty of muscle. Just not quite the capacity in that bull that I saw in the first bull. Just like to give him a little more middle and a little more depth of flank to just to indicate to me that he really had some doing ability in that big paddock. Thank you.
Thank you, David. We now move on to Class 18, bull 19 months and under 21 months. And we have two entries in this class. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you interested in the performance data, catalogue entry 1333, get that right, Mark. 1333, he's 804 kilos, he's 6'4", and a ribeye of 137 square centimetres. That's two shockers now. It was pretty big, wasn't it? And then catalogue entry 1334 is 782 kilos, fat scans are 6 and 5 and 134 square centimetres. Just wanted to see you were listening to me and I wasn't just talking to myself like I normally are at home. Ladies and gentlemen, our judge has made his decision. In Class 18, in first place is catalogue entry 1333, exhibit Gender View True Blue T16, exhibited by Gender View Livestock. And our second place getter is catalogue entry 1334, Goldcrest Trent T39, exhibited by the Goldcrest Limousin stud. I'll now hand over our judge to pass comment.
Again, two good junior bulls, plenty of grunt, plenty of performance, and two bulls that I've certainly got plenty to talk about. The red bull that leads off the class, really free-moving bull, long striding, nice amount of bone, nice, just really well balanced in terms of on the move and standing still. That he's a bull that can hold his head up. I like these. He like his depth of side. He's got a great depth of heel as well. And if I were to change him at all, I'd just like to testicle wise, they're probably distended enough for me at this point to raise them a little bit. Look, that's a really good Limousin bull. The bull that follows him off, very similar in type, big butted, similar numbers, and but really thick top, just bounces off the top of the spine, this bull, and just a really strong middle third in that bull, strong there, and probably him on the move. I'd just like to see him a little freer off those hinds at the moment to use him higher in the class, but a very, very good bull. Thank you.
I don't know. Thank you very much, David. Ladies and gentlemen, we now move on to Class 19 and Class 20, our Junior Champion Male and Reserve Junior Champion Male. Our Junior Champion Males are sponsored by the Mervale Limousin stud, and our Reserve Junior Champion Male is sponsored by the Oakwood Limousin. So could we please have representatives up here to present our Junior Champion and Reserve Junior Champion? Ladies and gentlemen, our Junior Champion Male, catalogue entry 1329, 1332 and 1333. Ladies and gentlemen, our junior champion Limousin Bull is catalogue entry 1332. Goldcrest Toby T61, exhibited by the Goldcrest Limousin stud. And the reserve junior champion male is catalogue entry 1333. Gender View True Blue T16, exhibited by the Gender View Livestock. I'll now hand over to David to pass comment.
Thanks, Mark. I saw in my junior champion bull here very similar things than I saw in my calf champion bull, and they're the things that I think are so important in the industry that can't go unmissed, and that's that natural doability and ability and constitution, and this bull indicates that just by his phenotype, that really strong top. It's all built from the top, strong and wide. Widest part of that bull is through his stifle, really deep flank, nice testicles, good sheath design, beautiful head and front end on him. Just a really complete bull. He's really a kind type of bull. Not much you would really want to do to change that bull. And this bull's a similar type. He's not quite the softness, I guess, of the bull that leads off in front of him, but there's just so much to like about the bull. The length of the muscle, masculine, and just the right amount of bone, the right frame size, maturity pattern, I believe, at that stage in life, and a bull you've really got to admire, both commercially and from a seed stock point of view.
You don't need a break, mate. You're all right. Thank you very much, David. Now we move on to our senior female classes. In our first class will be class 22, cow 24 months and under 30 months. We have one withdrawal, and that is catalogue entry 1335, so just one to present to the judge. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a result in class 22, cow 24 months and under 30 months. In first place is catalogue entry 1336, Gender View Gem S38, exhibited by Gender View Livestock. I'll now hand over to David to pass his comments.
Thank you. The young cow, only 28 months of old. She's obviously calved at 2 years of age. Yeah, it's a pity she doesn't have competition. She could certainly handle a lot of that. First thing you look at that, and you just look at the length of body in that female. Beautiful udder design, teat size, attachment, super sound, really nice heifer calf at side. A very complete package, and just what we want to see. And looking forward to seeing again in the broad ribbon division. Thank you.
I think we'll have three, but we must be finding them. Would that be the last class? No, there's another. You got this extra classes in the seniors, so there's a. Okay. We got another three classes. So this. Okay. Yeah. Because you got that older cow age. Okay. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we're moving on to class 23 in the Limousin ring for beef 2024, cow 30 months and under 36 months. And we have 3 entries. Ladies and gentlemen, for those who like to keep the catalogues up to date, this will be our final senior female class, as in Class 24 and Class 25. All entries are withdrawn, so there's no 1340, no 1341, and no 1342. So this is our final senior female class, and we'll move on to our senior champion and reserve senior champion. Ladies and gentlemen, just a reminder for those who are interested too, the Limousin Breed Dinner is at the Rocky Sports Club this evening. It was advertised to start at 6 p.m, but we have shuffled it back to 7 p.m. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a result in Class 23, cow 30 months and under 36 months. In first place is catalogue entry 1339, Genderview Crystal S13, exhibited by the Genderview Livestock Team. In second place, we have catalogue entry 1337, Flemington Royal Reggae, exhibited by Fernvale Limousins. And in third place, we have 1338, Goldcrest Quigley Pearl S50, exhibited by the Goldcrest Limousins. Now I'd like to ask Mr. David Bomfield to pass his comment.
Thanks, Mark. A small class, but had me really scratching the grey matter there. And two magnificent females, or three magnificent females in this class, and I like them all. I really do. The cow that leads off the class, just so beautifully made that when you talk about wedge shaped and classic, femininity, udder shape, udder attachment. And raising a first calf, that's about as sweet as I'd like to see them, really. And she's fresh and she looks really good. The in second place, this is just really splitting hairs here, and a cow with just so much volume and performance and length of body, and raising an absolutely superb calf at foot. And the more I analysed them and came up, I just like the freshness and the in that young cow. Maybe the second cow's a little bit overdone, I guess, for me just as a breeder. But look, just massive amount of milk, a beautiful calf at foot, and that's really splitting hairs. Cow in third place, look, she just was a really tough day for her to come up against these two red cows. And I guess where I left her there probably didn't have quite the art of design volume, I should say, that the other two cows had today. So congratulations, great class.
Ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned before, we've had withdrawals out of Class 24 and 25, so we now move on to Class 26 and 27, our Senior Champion Female, sponsored by Province Limousins, and our Reserve Senior Champion Female, sponsored by Summit Livestock. So if we could please have representatives from those two studs to come up and present our rosettes for our Senior and Reserve Senior Champion. Following that, we'll be moving on to our Grand Champion Female. I can't believe it's all. I did see you. Which one is he going for? Also sure. Nothing. Hey, did I do something wrong? Yeah. I know I do, but tell me you can't. Yeah, that's right. Would you like your showgirl sash too? I would really like a sash, actually. Yeah, that'd be great. Actually, can I have the mic for a bit? Yeah. Who won? He hasn't decided, is he? Oh yeah, back with me. Where's the one? So is he. He's getting the good ones out of the killing box. Come on, which one? The others are down the apron. What are the calf? Really?
Thank you for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. Just giving the handlers a bit of a chance to get these animals out for us. You were
Yeah.
the two
Oh, I really wanted to give Brent a hug.
class, I'll give him 04, cow 44 months and under 30 months, RBT Stella, class 23, 1405.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a result in Class 26 and 27, our Senior Champion and Reserve Senior Champion Female. We have Mr. Andrew Stoomer representing Province Limousins to present the champions, and that is catalogue entry 1336, Genderview Gem S38, exhibited by the Genderview Livestock. And our Reserve Senior Champion goes to catalogue entry 1339, Genderview Crystal S13, Also exhibited by Genderview Livestock, and we have Hayden Green from Summit Livestock presenting our rosette. I'll now hand over our judge to pass his comment.
Thank you. I would definitely take either of these two females again. It was really splitting hairs, but I guess I ended up going for the heifer that won the single class, just on that touch more length. But I also the amazing length from hip to pin, that hip and hind quarter and capacity through that rear end of that younger cow was quite phenomenal. But look, it's only, as I say, splitting hairs. They're two extremely good females, and I'm sure any Limousin breeder would be happy to have them in their bull breeding paddock. So congratulations. The type I really like, and design, performance, production, and is 10 out of 10 on both those females. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now move on to our Grand Champion female for the 2024 Beef Australia Limousin Grand Champion female. So will we please have our calf champion, our junior champion, and our senior champion parade, which are catalogue entries 1304, 1319, 1336. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, these shows don't come together well without sponsors, and the major sponsor for the beef stud classes again for 2024 is once again Nutrient Ag Solutions. And I have Mr. Colby Eade, the Northern Livestock Eastern Lead and Stud Stock, to present our Grand Champion sash. And our other sponsor for our Supreme Grand Champion female is also the Queensland Limousin Breeders Group.
No, you're right. No worries. I'm really happy with where I've ended up with these three females as my division winners or division champions, and really indicates the scope that the Limousin breed has in terms of really pushing that performance, but putting it in a really correct package, and in females that can grow fast, mature early, and get into production and hold themselves, like these three too. At this end of the industry, the seed stock industry, it is the pointy end. So we are looking for those outstanding individuals, and we have definitely, I believe, found three of those here at Rocky today. Our calf champion heifer is just 14 months, I think. But I just really like the mellowness, and that heifer, just the way she stands, so naturally, so balanced, as long as a train, deep-sided, and all these females just stand behind them, and they have got so much capacity and width through that rear third. The second heifer is really special because you could take the halter off and she'd stand like that all day. I know you can just see that way that head and neck come out of the shoulder, so that beautiful shoulder design, length of body, strength of loin, teat size and placement just there, sitting there now. She'll make an awesome cow. Big hipped, lots and lots of performance. The 2-year-old cow with a baby calf, same deal, really long fronted, lots of extension, but she hasn't lost any constitution or capacity. She's got a great udder. She's an udder that'll stay together for whole of life. Really nice feet and legs on that female, and moves really freely, and yeah, just lovely heifer calf to crank off her production, and yeah, really good female. So yeah, look, to me it's a tough decision. I'm really happy with what I've got out there, but today I'm going to lean towards our red cow calf pair as our grand champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, our grand champion Limousin female for Beef Australia 2024 is catalogue entry 1336, Genderview Gem S38, exhibited by the Genderview Livestock team. As mentioned, Mr. Colby Eade from Nutrient Ag Solutions will be presenting the grand champion sash. No doubt the media entourage will be there for photos very shortly. Ears forward, Colby. No, they're moving her out in the sun.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience with the handlers and the time to get their exhibits ready for the grand champion Roman Gola female.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now move on to our senior Limousin male classes, and our first class will be class 28, bull 21 months and under 24 months, and we have 3 exhibits in that class. For those of you who are interested in the performance data, ladies and gentlemen, catalogue entry 1343, 786 kilos, 9 and 6, and 137 in the EMA. Catalogue entry 1344, 896 kilos, 13 and 8 with an EMA of 137 square centimetres. And catalogue entry 1345, 934 kilos, 9 and 7 and 140 in the EMA. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a result in Class 28, bull 20 months and under 24 months. In first place is catalogue entry 1344, Goldcrest Timbo T30, exhibited by the Goldcrest Limousins. In second place, we have catalogue entry 1345, Summit Gold Rush T29, exhibited by Summit Livestock. And in third place, we have catalogue entry 1343, Goldcrest Titan T60, exhibited by the Goldcrest Limousins. I'll now hand over to David to pass comment.
Three really interesting bulls here, ladies and gentlemen, in this class. Pretty even in their stats and age, and even though they do represent slightly different types. So the bull that leads off this class, I thought he was the best compromise of these three bulls. I really like the length of body, the absolute hip shape on that bull. Muscle expression, I suppose, and but still plenty of softness, and that showed on his scan data as well. Not 2 years old, and just long-bodied, and just a really well-balanced Limousin bull. Everything I think is in very much in proportion. Bull in second place. I really like this bull for his depth of flank, his softness, and I didn't think he'd have an EMA like he had. He really. So he's a bull. He's a Limousin bull with a bit of difference, and I reckon he would be a tremendous cow maker. And just love that hip and softness about that bull. Yet he still comes in with a massive EMA. So a very interesting sire indeed. Bull in third place. Again, a really good bull. Two bulls have just gone around him today, but a great data set. Long-bodied, great muscle expression across the top. And he's probably just a bull that's pulled up a little quicker than the other two bulls. But I really like him, what that bull has to offer as well. Thank you. Single? Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now move on to Class 29, our final senior bull class. That's bull 24 months and under 30 months. And we have a single entry in catalogue entry 1346. And if you'd like some performance data, ladies and gentlemen, catalogue 1346, he weighs 1,040 kilos and scans at 15 and 10 with an EMA of 143 square centimetres. Just a reminder too, ladies and gentlemen, for those attending the Limousin Breed dinner tonight at the Rocky Sports Club, it has been pushed back by an hour and it will be commencing at 7 p.m, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a result in our Class 29, bull 24 months and under 30 months, and that goes to catalogue entry 1346, Oakwood Cutright, exhibited by the Lindsay View Limousin stud. So I'll now hand over to David to pass his comments.
Thanks, Mark. Single exhibit in this class, but this is certainly one individual that could handle some competition. When you get a bull carrying at touch over 2 years of age, certainly carrying some weight, but really just carrying that with ease. Let's see him move. He's up-headed. He's as free-flowing as any bull that's come out in the ring. And just look at that mass in that bull. Just so much depth, so much volume, and that's where he gets his weight. It's not all in daylight and frame. It's just he's a really heavy bull, but I do like the fact that he's really moderate as well. And beautiful loin and hip. We'll see him out in a minute. Thank you.
Thank you, David. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we now move on to Class 31 and 32. That's our senior champion male and reserve senior champion male. Could we please have a representative for our senior champion sponsors, the Coolarbunya Limousin Bull Sale Group, and also our sponsor for our reserve senior champion male sponsor is Mervale Limousin. So they please could come to the tent to represent the sponsors to present our rosettes for our championships. Following our senior champion and reserve, we'll be moving on to our grand champion Limousin Bull for Beef Australia 2024. And following our grand championship of our male, we'll be moving on to our group classes. Me? Ladies and gentlemen, we have a result for our senior champion male. Goes to catalogue entry 1346, Oakwood Cutright. Exhibited by Lindsay View Limousines, and it's not printed in your catalogue. It's also Ulster Limousines and Red Oak Limousines. So it's not printed in your book there, but they just come and mention to me, so give everyone their mention. And our reserve senior champion male is catalogue entry 1344, Goldcrest Timbo T30. Exhibited by the Goldcrest Limousin Stud.
Just by means of comparison in these two bulls, and I think these are two excellent examples of the Limousin breed. However, the bull I've used as senior, if you watch him when he exits the ring, it's just, it's fingertip control. Like, he's naturally so well balanced. He just walks around so easily with effortlessly with head up, and so you know that front end's really good. The design of that front end's really good. Tremendous back end, and just carries his weight with so much ease. And it had to be a bull as good as that to beat our reserve senior bull, because I really like that bull. He's just there's so much carcass in that bull, but the numbers tell me he's got plenty of fat cover on top of that, and ideal bone, ideal scrotal and structure, and a great size head and outlook, and two really good bulls to head up this the senior bull division. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now move on to the Grand Champion Limousin Male for Beef Australia for 2024. So could we please have our calf champion, our junior champion, and our senior champion. Catalogue entries 1310, 1332, and 1346. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I did announce that these events don't go on with our sponsors, and we'd like to thank our major sponsor for the Stud Cattle Championship in Nutrient Ag Solutions today. And today, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Colby Eade from Nutrient Ag Solutions to present our Grand Championship for 2024.
Thank you. It's a wonderful thing about judging cattle when you can get really excited about what you've actually done yourself and ended up in the ring with. And I think I can say that about these three bulls that I've ended up with today. My whole life I've always been trying to breed and appreciate cattle with just what these three bulls have got. They've got so much, natural performance. A yearling bull, 12 months old, that's pushing 600, and a 18-month, roughly, 18-month-old bull pushing 800, and a bull just over 2 on 1,000 kilos plus, and just these bulls just do it with so much ease. The capacity in these bulls, it's not raw frame or anything, it's just volume, doability, good structure to hold that up. These bulls are just, they've got that extra bit of softness which the industry needs, the consumer wants, but they also want, to be profitable, they've got to be high yielding, but they've also got to have some fat and flavour to go with that. So these are the types of industry bulls that'll do that in spades. I really admire the great points in these three bulls. My calf champion bull, the black bull up the front, was an easy winner in that division in my mind. I really appreciate what this bull had. As soon as he hit the ring, you've got to find a pretty good bull to beat that bull. But I didn't find one ahead of him, so he was an easy winner in his division, as was the junior bull. Same thing, deep flanked and really strong topped, and just that great breed ahead and great front end, and all these bulls can be led around by with a fingertip control because they've got the front end that and the structure to do that. And the senior bull, a massive individual in terms. Obviously, yep, here we are. And a bull that carries that weight really easily, and he's got that weight because of the volume in that bull. And, it's just, it's a pleasure to see those sort of bulls. I'm going to now ask my grand champion bull to come forward, and that's the senior bull. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, our Grand Champion Limousin Bull for Beef Australia 2024 goes to catalogue entry 1346, Oakwood Cutright, exhibited by Lindsay View Limousins, All-Star Limousins and Red Oak Limousins. So congratulations. We'll now get Mr. Colby to present the Nutri-Nag Solutions Grand Champion Trophy and Rosette.
I'll do it for you. We'll wait and then get in. I'll get it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now move on in our Limousin ring, our group classes, and our first group class will be Class 33, Exhibitors Group, and we will have 4 groups presented. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a result in our exhibitor in Class 33, our exhibitors group. In first place goes the catalogue entry 1347 Genderview Livestock. In second place goes to catalogue entry 1349 Goldcrest Limousins. And in third place goes the catalogue entry 1348 Oakwood Limousins. I'll now hand over to David to pass his comments.
That is a really good. This is a really good class of exhibitors groups. It really was just splitting hairs on our first 2 pairs, our first 2 groups, and cattle that have been through the broad ribbons all day. But a really industry relevant, balanced bull at the front, and 2 awesome cows and calves, young cows and calves, come in behind him, and I guess that's flipped. They had 5 in their group and only 3 in the second. So I suppose the odds have it that way, but that's a really good group. Second group, yeah, type of cattle I really liked them all day. A really good pair of bulls up front that did well throughout the day, and a heifer I liked from the get-go, so an obvious one to follow up. And a couple of younger sets of cattle. I really like this style and kind of this third place group. It was probably just a bit of maturity on those other groups that just put it above them, but 2 awesome heifers and a pretty handy bull on behind. So yeah, a great class that was. Thank you.
No, 2. We got the size progeny and the dam progeny.
Thank you, Shane. We'll continue on next to the Grand Champion Bar.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the Limousin ring, we now move on to Class 34, which will be our size progeny stakes, which is sponsored by Summit Livestock. going? Ladies and gentlemen, we have a result in our Class 34 and Sire Progeny Stakes, and in first place is catalogue entry 1352, Province Limousin Stud, and our sire represented is Flemington Ready or Not R21. And in second place is catalogue entry 1351, Goldcrest Limousins, and our sire represented is Maydan Wolf's Compliment Q149. I'll hand over to David for his comments.
You might be thinking that, what have I done here? But I think in the size progeny group, for me, the importance of that is consistency of type and consistency right through. And really like that in that first size progeny, you can really see a similar type of cattle and the right type of cattle that have come through in all three. So it was a consistency of the group that won that class. And whilst I've got two great bulls at the front of the second group, unfortunately the heifer at the back just is a totally different type to our two bulls in that group, and that's dropped them in the second hole. But take nothing away from that. That's just my point of view, that male and female have to be exactly the same to see they're all by the same bull. Thank you.
One group, I think it is for this. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we now move on to Class 35, our final Limousin class of the day. And for Beef Australia 24, and that's Class 35, Dams Progeny Stakes. And we have one group represented.
Congratulations to Grand Champion Brunswick Gold Ball. That was exhibit 1402 RBG Theodore. Once again, we'll give him another exhibit 13.5 changeover. And next up will be class 33 exhibitors.
The ladies and gentlemen, we have a result in our final Limousin class, and that's Class 35 Dams Progeny Stakes, and it is catalogue entry 1353 Goldcrest Limousins, and the dam represented is Granita Pearl L74. And for the final time today, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to hand over to our judge, Mr. David Bonfield, to pass comment.
Thank you, Mark. Before I pass comment on this class, I'd just like to say how much I've really enjoyed judging. I really enjoy assessing good cattle. And I found that in spades here today. I found cattle that I really like to work with, and that had the right type and whatever age they were. I found them in pretty much every class, and the tops of those classes were as competitive as any show any breed in any show you'd want to assess anywhere. So congratulations to the breeders, the grooms, and everyone involved with the Limousin breed. It's really really impressive when you get in to analyse these cattle, and I've had the pleasure of doing that on a number of occasions, and they knock it out of the park every time I see them. Thank you again for everyone, the Beef Committee and the Limousin Society for giving me the honour of judging here today. So I've really enjoyed it. Congratulations to all the exhibitors, and it's been a great show for stud beef cattle and the Limousin breed. Thank you.